All right, so today I want to talk about being tired all the time, and in particular, just when life gets a little bit in the way and you just feel tired. You just feel like you're constantly tired. So if you're tired before the day even starts, if you feel like you've got nothing left in the tank, even for your training, or just like you're surviving Monday to Friday, then this is the episode for you. So what I want to talk about is I want to use myself as an example in this to start this and just to preface this a bit. Like I always like to preface my episodes before I get started on them. So I want to use myself as an example. I want to take you back to when I worked in the gym, worked in energy fitness was where it was at the time, working as a gym manager, working 40 hours a week, but then also doing personal training on the floor as well for an extra 20 hours a week. So I was working 60 hours a week back then. It was probably the most physical thing that I've ever done. In a sense that, like, obviously I wasn't doing any of this manual labor shit. I wasn't lifting crazy weights throughout the day, but I was working these 60 hours. But on top of that, I was also trying to train myself. I was obsessed with how I looked and how I felt back then. And I was also trying to train on top of that as well, 5 or 6 days a week. I was burning the candle at both ends. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way. Most people are doing this. Most guys are doing this. They think that what they do is they'll work crazy hours every week, which is just completely normal for men to do nowadays. They might have a physical job, or maybe the opposite. Maybe they have a sedentary job. Maybe they've sat at a desk all day, like I am now, which is the other end of the spectrum. It can affect you. It can make you feel like you're tired all the time. You're constantly struggling to recover from your workouts. You wake up, you might have a decent night's sleep, proper night's sleep, and you wake up and you're still absolutely wrecked. And you might be thinking like you're broken. You might be thinking, well, this is just part of me getting old, or maybe this is just how life is. Maybe I'm supposed to be tired like this. It's not, right? I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, and it's not. It's not normal to feel tired all the time, especially at your age. Like if you're similar age to me, I'm 30. You shouldn't feel tired all the time. Right? Even in your 50s, 60s, you shouldn't feel tired all the time. It's not part of life how it should be. So I want to kind of break down in this podcast today. I want to go into the three kind of main reasons why you're tired all the time. Because if we can identify why we're tired all the time, we can figure out a way to fix it. When we can fix it, then life quality will get a whole lot better. Imagine if you weren't tired all the time. Imagine if you felt energy, if you felt energized throughout the day, and you could actually spend the time with your friends and your family without constantly feeling tired. Imagine if you weren't just burning the candle at both ends. You could actually come home from work in the evening and actually have the energy to do something with yourself, like actually have the energy to enjoy your life. Imagine that. Imagine that world. Okay, so I want you to think of that all the way through this podcast episode. Have it in the back of your head. What would life be like if I had energy all the time? And we're going to break down the three main reasons why you're tired all the time. So, number one, and this is the most common one. This is one that I see, and most people aren't even aware of this shit. Most people think that it's the opposite end of the spectrum. You're probably under eating or you're undernourished. It's one of the two. Okay, usually that's the biggest thing. So your calories are low, even though you think that you need to go on a diet to lose weight. You got poor food choices, or you're skipping meals in general. If you're super busy like me, most of the time you don't even think about eating. You probably skip breakfast. You'll wake up in the morning, you'll go straight for coffee. You'll just horse a coffee into you thinking that it's going to give you energy. And then you go straight out the door to work. Your first meal might not even be till 1 o'clock because you don't think about it. And it could be something stupid and small, like a protein bar or something like that isn't going to give you the nutritional benefits that you need. This is especially common when people try to eat clean. Now, we all know how I feel about eating clean. It's not the most sustainable way. Obviously, eating clean is what people assume is the way that you're going to get healthy. Won't help you lose weight because you're probably missing out on all the other nutrients. But listen, that's for a different episode. You can go back and watch one of the other previous episodes where I've spoken about that. But if you try to eat clean, you're probably not eating enough food because you're missing out on all the other stuff that you're not getting in your diet. Finally, is you're going to have energy dips. You're going to have less energy in the day because you're not eating enough food. And that's going to lead you to have cravings, which is going to come into the whole other side of things where when you do come home in the evening and your energy is low, you're going to have cravings. You're going to go straight to the shit food press and you're going to pull out a bar of chocolate. You're going to pull out whatever's easy for you to get your hands on and you're going to eat it. And that's going to consistently keep the cycle going over and over and over again. If you're under eating, that's what's going to happen. Number 2 is stress. Stress is the silent killer. It's one of the most dangerous things that people just, there's good stress and there's bad stress, but if you have bad stress and a lot of it and you don't give yourself time to recover, then stress is going to take over your life and it's going to completely hinder everything you do with your progress. It's going to fuck your energy as well, which is the whole idea of this episode. So stresses can be from work. Obviously, as men, we work a lot. Family stress, maybe the kids are sick. Maybe your wife, your partner, your husband, whatever it may be, maybe they're giving you trouble at home. Maybe they're giving you a hard time. Maybe you've decided that you want to start training, or you already are training, but you're training really fucking hard. That's putting stress on your body, and you're not really giving yourself any real recovery practices. So what a lot of guys do, I've been guilty of this in the past, is they'll just go hammer and tongs when it comes to training. 6 days a week, they'll just get in the gym, they'll just smash their body, and they don't give themselves any chance to recover. And that can have the opposite effect of what you might think it might have. And then your energy levels are smashed from it, and it's just a never-ending cycle. If your nervous system doesn't get a chance to recover, to switch off, then you're going to go into overdrive. And this is when you see things like there's a lot of people who get sick. You're constantly sick. You ever see someone with like a really bad, what they claim to be a really bad immune system, and they're constantly sick. They're always in the bed, always complaining about having some sort of a dose. That's because they haven't given their nervous system a chance to recover, and they're just constantly catching flus because their nervous system is in overdrive all the time. When you're always switched on, your body just doesn't get a chance to recharge. So if you're like me and you're sat down in the evening and you're trying to relax on the couch, but your brain is just constantly thinking about what's going on in work, what you're going to train tomorrow, how you could have been better in your training session, then you're never getting a chance to switch off, and your body just naturally is going to switch down. And of course you're going to feel tired all the time. So that's completely normal for that to happen. But obviously you need to take time. You need to get your rest. You need to have your 7 to 9 hours sleep is what they say. And that's not always possible, I know. But like if you're not getting that, then that's part of the reason, I would imagine. If you're getting decent night sleeps and you still have low energy, it could be in your food, it could be in everything that you're doing. So, and number 3, I just kind of touched on there a little bit, is poor sleep hygiene, right? So sleep is key. Sleep is the key for everything, right? So if you get into bed and you scroll on your phone before you go to sleep, then there's a very good chance that your sleep pattern is going to be broken because your brain goes into overdrive when you're scrolling. What I do, and what I highly recommend you do, is do not disturb your phone about half an hour before you get into bed. Hit do not disturb on your phone and then leave it. Don't use your phone when you lay into bed, right? Because that's going to make your brain work in overdrive. Another thing that I've stopped doing recently because I noticed my sleep pattern had been disrupted by it is literally, I used to read in bed, but I read books that would I can never think of the difference between these, fiction and non-fiction. I think it's non-fiction is real, as in like educational stuff. Please don't quote me on that. I'm not good with that sort of stuff. But fiction, non-fiction, I used to read the one that would be educational. So I would read the Diary of a CEO in bed, and literally then all of my dreams and my sleep was just completely disrupted because I was just thinking about what I was going to do in business the next day. So my sleep got completely disrupted. Alcohol is going to fuck up your sleep routine completely. I'm not anti-alcohol. I don't drink anymore myself, but I have drank in the past and I'm here for it if you want to have a few drinks. But just know that if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, then there's a very good chance that your sleep quality over the next couple of days after it is going to be all over the place. Your routine is another thing. I speak a lot about routine. It's one of the biggest things. But if you don't control your routine, then your sleep quality is going to be fucked, right? So inconsistent routine will kill you. If you find that some nights you're going to bed at 12 o'clock, some nights you're going to bed at 8 o'clock, it's just inconsistent. Your body's going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And of course, you're going to have zero energy throughout the day. Let me give you the fix. I want to give you the fix, the thing that is going to help you the most to get rid of this energy slump and actually make you feel energized again, actually be able to do the shit that you want to do on an everyday basis. This is how I get most of my clients to go from feeling drained all the time, feeling like they are just constantly burning the candle at both ends without needing to spend hours and hours each day to fix this. So this is how we do it. So I want to give you this tool, this tip, takeaway tip that you can use moving forward. So number one is front load your fuel, right? You need to have a solid breakfast. I am sorry, I massively do not agree with people who say that you can skip breakfast and still get in shape. All right, fair enough, maybe you can do it and get in shape, but your energy will be fucked if you don't have your breakfast, right? It's the most important meal of the day. Sorry to sound cliche. If you're not eating breakfast, you've been fasting. If you say you had 8 hours sleep, you've been fasting for 8 hours. Break fast, right? You need to break the fast. That's where your energy is going to come from. If you go until 1 o'clock and you've gone to bed at 12 o'clock the night before, then you've gone almost 12 hours without eating. Of course, your body's going to be struggling, so make sure you have a decent breakfast. Don't eat cereal. For fuck's sake, cereal, I'm sorry, but cereal is just, it's not a good breakfast. Make sure you've got some form of carbs, some form of protein, and some form of fats in your breakfast, right? And stop surviving on caffeine and hope, right? Listen, caffeine is fantastic. Have your coffee in the morning, but make sure you have it with a breakfast. Make sure you have it with some form of meal. You can't sit down and eat cornflakes in the morning and expect to have energy throughout the day. Cornflakes are just a carb. They're basically just sugar. If you want a decent breakfast, some ideas I'll give you, I've given these ideas to a lot of people in the past, is like scrambled eggs on toast. Easy. Or what I do is I will literally have porridge, 2 minutes in the microwave, just put a scoop of protein powder into it, stick a banana in it. There you go. Easy. Doesn't take long in the morning, guys. I don't have time in the morning as an excuse. Just get up 10 minutes earlier and have your breakfast. Please don't skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Number 2, walk before you scroll. Movement in the morning will set your energy tone. It'll set your tone for the day. Even just 5 minutes, just outside before you go to work, does way more for you than 2 coffees. You will be very surprised. I'll wake up every morning. I will have my breakfast. I will take the dog outside for a little walk around the garden. 5 minutes. She does her jobs. I feel great. I get into work then straight after that. Literally will change your life. Trust me. Number 3, train, but don't trash yourself. Don't fucking drive yourself into the ground with your training. 3 to 4 strength training sessions a week are absolutely perfect. You don't need to go to 6 HIIT classes in the gym and smash yourself into the ground. It's not going to work, right? You need to recover. Focus on actually getting the body in stimulation, actually breaking down the muscles when you're in the gym. Get good quality sessions in. 45 minutes in the gym 3 days a week is perfect. It's what I'm currently doing at the moment, and it works absolutely perfectly for me. When you recover, you will notice that your body will feel better, and you'll actually notice that your muscles will get a little bit bigger too, because you're giving yourself a chance to recover. So take the rest. Don't be afraid to rest. You will have more energy as a result of it. And this one, number 4, is the most important. Do not skip this. Don't take it with a pinch of salt. Please do this. It has changed my life. 60 minutes before you get into bed, get away from your phone. I cannot stress that enough. Please put your phone away before you get into bed, right? If you're in bed and you're scrolling through your phone, your brain goes into overdrive. Your sleep, no matter how long your watch tells you you've gotten, is not going to be good quality sleep, right? So 60 minutes, sit on the couch. Yeah, fair enough. Look at the TV or whatever you're going to do. Put your phone on do not disturb mode. Leave it out of the room even before you go to bed, and just let yourself wind down before you get into bed. A protein snack, just before, not necessarily just before you get into bed, but maybe at say you're getting into bed at 10, have a protein snack at about 8:30. Just something easy just to keep you satiated as you're sleeping. Magnesium supplements, I swear by them. They really help you wind down. Take them about an hour before you go to bed. It relaxes your muscles, magnesium, and you will find that you're just so relaxed. You'll actually probably fall asleep on the couch before you get into bed, because that's what I do. And just chill out. Literally take that time to chill out. If you've got kids, chill with the kids. If they're stressing you out, then get them into the routine of chilling out. You don't need to overhaul everything you're doing right now. Just set yourself a cutoff. That is quite literally it. So if you're tired all the time, just want to leave you with this message. If you feel like you're tired all the time, it's not your fault. right? It's absolutely nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you getting old. It's your responsibility, though, to make these small changes to actually make that change. I don't want you to just come off the back of this podcast episode and be like, right, well, this is everything I need to do and never feel tired again. Pick one thing, start implementing it. And if you just implement one thing every week, before you know it, you will have more energy than you've ever known before. And this is how we get our guys to have the most energy that they've ever had in their life. Please do not be afraid to really look at where you're at and just implement some of this stuff if needs be. If you do want help putting any of this together properly, something that actually fits your lifestyle, just go onto my Instagram page, Gavin Bennett Fitness. If you type that in, you will find me, and DM me the word energy. Literally, just send me the word energy, and I'll point you in the right direction. I will put some form of a plan together. We can have a chat about it, and we can get you back to the energy levels that you've always wanted. For now, that is the end of the podcast. I want to say thanks to absolutely everyone who tuned in and listened. But for now, thank you all very much for listening, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.